Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your birthday reading, really. This is also your December reading for 2023. We are getting ready to close the year out and we're entering into a universal year 8. So think of 8. 8 is about new beginnings. 8 is the number of infinity. Um, to me, 8 is about your material world, like no excuses, if you want to work, like if you want to try to make as much money as you can this year, there's no excuses. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the universe is behind you. So anyways, this is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided. Thank you for paying attention to your intuition. Some of you may be here checking up on a Sagittarius. Just know that you'll probably receive messages also. I use the cards as a tool really to ignite my intuition. Or another way of putting it is to let my guides come through. But I use the cards as that tool. Just like, I don't know. I was going to compare it to a crystal ball, but I really don't think I'm going to compare it to that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Anyways, so the reason why I'm saying that is I just want you to understand that your spirit guides know that you're here, and they know that you're looking for certain answers. Again, whether you're a Sagittarius or you're here, just checking up on their energy. Um, Use your intuition. That's the best advice I can give you for everything in your life. Use your intuition. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into your reading. I decided to bring Archangel Raphael into the readings this month. I don't know why I don't bring him in more often, but I decided, yeah, I'm going to definitely bring him in this month. We are going to use our Mother Mary Oracle. These are both oracles. So we'll use both of them and we'll read them from the book at the end of the reading. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot to clarify. And I was going to use another deck for your main spread, but then the Universal Tarot just kind of jumped out at me. So I decided to go with that. But let's go ahead and open this reading. So we're going to start with Archangel Raphael. I'm going to bring the lid down a little bit. Again, I want to say happy birthday to those celebrating their birthday. My sister-in-law is Sagittarius, so she's right on the cusp. All right, I'll slide that over. Give him room for a cut. Okay, that feels like your card, like boom. We'll take it. We have inner authority. Inner authority. I just realized I was going to do my nails before the reading and I forgot. So, excuse my plain old nails. Anyway, inner authority. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desires, and feelings. That's probably why I was talking about your intuition. Inner authority. Okay. And like I said, we'll read that from the book at the end. But, I just feel like when we do our main spread, we're going to know exactly why it's here. But we'll still read it because I feel like that's just a cherry on the top. All right, Mother Mary, Mother Mary. Interesting. I feel like those are your cards. I am also trusting my intuition. All right, let's see. We have integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. And then we have prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about this situation to bring about real solutions. It's like something I feel like, maybe it needs to be cut at the root, right? Like I need to find the root of the solution, not just, how do I get through the day, but how do I cut the roots out? I don't know why I'm picking that up, but I am. So, anyways, prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about the situation to bring about real solutions. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the Universal Tarot. Again, pre-shuffled. I like to shuffle when I hit record because, I often feel like you're all just sitting in a room with me and we're all just, having a conversation. It just makes me help pick up on your energy. And I also like to erase any doubt from your mind. Okay. Sagittarius. Beautiful fire signs. King Swords jumps out first. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, though he doesn't have to be. He looks a little rough. I don't know if rough is the right word, but he looks a little stern. Maybe that's the word. Like, you feel like someone has some stern words here. We have, look at that, two kings. King of Pentacles, King of Swords. King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles can be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But you guys know it doesn't have to be. So we have these two kings. King of Pentacles is looking right back at the King of Swords. So let's talk about these kings real quick, because then I kind of want you to forget about the sign, and I just want you to think about who this person may represent. So this King of Swords normally is someone of integrity. We have integrity. Someone who values truth, speaks the truth. Um, it's interesting though because he looks like right now he looks a little stern, and I'm not sure why. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Why we'll figure out why. And then the King of Pentacles, who's looking right over at that King of Swords, almost like that is my voice. So King of Pentacles is someone who, when he looks at a situation or life in general, he looks at it from the big picture down. This is normally someone who is who does worry about their material world. I shouldn't say worry, but it's someone who would focus on their material world. It makes them feel grounded. And I don't mean like riches and anything, even though I mean that makes you feel even more grounded. But I mean like, I have what I need. And I feel like it's important to this king. Now, it can be male or female, just know that because we're made of masculine and feminine energy. And certain times, we need to bring, if we're female, we need to bring out that masculine energy. And sometimes if we're masculine, we need to bring out our feminine energy and vice versa. So anyways, this king is normally someone who's loyal. This is someone who, and again, in the upright, I'm make sure that's clear in the upright. And I know everybody has different experiences, and that's why I say forget the signs, because this is what they represent, at least to me or at this table. So, it's interesting because I just feel like, this King of Pentacles is looking over at this King of Swords, and I feel like it may be the same person. It may be two, like two sides of someone, and it may be someone who, for a living, uses their voice. It's important that they have integrity. That means that other people are looking up to them or to them, and if they have no integrity, well then it's like if I own a business, but I have no integrity, well, I may get a client, but that client's not going to stick around. King of Pentacles would want that client to stick around. All right, let's keep going. We have the Tower. Don't fear the Tower. We have the Seven of Wands. Standing your ground. We have, holy cow, another king. It's interesting because none of them are of your sign. So now we have the King of Cups, and they're all together. King Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Interesting how these two kings seem like they're ready to like move out of their chairs, where the King of Pentacles is like, mm-mm, I'm pretty comfortable right here. Though the tower is behind him. How interesting. I feel for some of you, you may be connected to an attorney, or you are an attorney, or um, there may be something you do for a living where you're helping others who overcoming something and overcoming like I feel like something happened, and I feel like something happened to you first, and then I feel like you did overcome it. And now you're taking that wisdom and you are helping others, or this king or kings. Well, let's keep going. Be interesting if we get the King of Wands right now. All right. We have Justice, card of Libra. We have the Empress under the Tower. We have the Ace of Wands under the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Page of Wands. So that's like your inner child. That is your what it reminds me of is like I have a feeling there was a time in your life where like you weren't afraid to take chances, and not all of them work out, and that's just life, right? But I feel in the Page of Wands energy, I get back up and I try again. Now I may try something different, or if speaking of a relationship, this is someone who I feel like moves, doesn't really think about it. I move first and then think about it, or what's the saying I'm thinking of? Like, I don't know, like I pay my consequences later. Interesting that the Empress is coming under the tower. And I also feel like some of you may have recently cut ties with someone. Um, and it may have been someone who was a little bit of aggressive. I definitely feel the Empress is you, male or female. And it's interesting because we have all these people, right? But I feel the Empress is you. I feel like the Empress is ready for something new. She may have been the one who sent the tower. Again, I feel like the Empress is you. She could have certainly been the one who gave someone a tower, and I feel like she probably cut ties with one of these kings. It's interesting because I feel like the king that, like, if I had to choose a king right now, I feel like it would be the one who's most aggressive. Like, there's something about someone who's aggressive that just doesn't feel right to me. It just doesn't sit well with me. Or, and I feel like also like someone who, it feels like someone who didn't believe in your dreams. But I feel like, you're not allowing those dreams to die. You may have put them on hold. But I feel like, especially with this Ace of Wands right here, it's like the opportunity to do something new again. And then the Page of Wands would be the perfect energy for you. This is you saying, yes, yes. Let's talk about the Empress for a second because she is very loving and nurturing. She is the mother figure. Some of you could have certainly lost a mother. And if that's the case, I still feel like she's tied to you, still part of your life, like as a spiritual being, probably one of your spirit guides. And you may be feeling like this urge to do something new. to start a new project, that type of thing. Don't be surprised if you're receiving some epiphanies from your spiritual team, and for some of you, it can be a mother figure. But I feel like something's opening up for you, and I do feel like you did have to cut ties with one of these kings. I'm not sure which one yet. It's interesting. Um, Justice is coming under the King of Pentacles, but it's sitting next to the King of Cups. Well, let's keep going. It's my birthday and I cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. You would cry too. Two of Wands. So here we go. This is you standing at this new path, this new journey about to open up. I feel like there's no fear. I don't know why, but I'm picking up like that like you're taking on this fearless type of attitude. I feel like, I feel like it's been a while since you've been able to like truly be all that you feel that you can be, like, like in your creative house and like bringing your dreams into reality. I feel like you probably have had to like, I don't know, put them on the back burner, but I feel like no more. No more. So there you are, right at the crossroads, looking towards the future. You do have Pentacle in your hand. There's the King of Pentacle mirroring this too. Whoa. Okay. Look at this Three of Wands. Perfect energy under the Empress because Three of Wands is very much like how the Empress lives. Three of Wands talks about your view of your present, your future. It's an optimistic view. The Empress is receiving epiphanies all the time, signs from her guides. We all are. But this is someone who recognizes that. This is someone who, the tower is here, justice is here. There is the energy where you did have to stand your ground at some time. But I feel like something has changed, and I feel like it's because you want this change. Um, so I feel like in the Three of Wands, it's like you're not even thinking about, like my final destination. I feel like you're thinking more like you're allowing yourself to be excited about the present. Wow. Hello, Ten of Cups. Under the Ace of Wands. And then, wow, Ace of Cups with that Ten of Cups. And the Ace of Wands right there. Interesting, this line here. This is really, I feel like this is a line of where I've been. This is a line of present. And this is a line of where I'm going, if that makes sense. Because I feel like, starting with the page, I do feel like that is your inner child energy. That is that fearless part of you. Then the Two of Wands. So you're saying yes. First we receive this Ace of Wands. Remember, the Ace of Wands is inspiration, but it is action also. And just connected to that Ace of Cups. Well, I don't feel like it's just action in love, because I feel like there's more on the table than that. I feel like the Empress is very interested in creating something for herself. And I do feel like she's going to be successful. And I feel like that's what's on my mind. Now, we can't help that the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups is here, right? So maybe we don't even know that this is like on the path. I'm not even thinking about that. Or in the Three of Wands, maybe I'm thinking about it, but it's like I'm not putting any expectations out there. It's like when true love is meant to happen, it'll happen. When that special person for me, and we're meant to meet, we will meet. But in the meantime, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a nice life for myself. All right. We have the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. That makes sense. It's where all the toxic energy lies. It is a five, so changing that, right? I feel like some of you did cut ties, or you are cutting ties. That's why I felt like don't fear the tower, because I feel like the tower is you giving, like it's you giving someone else the tower. Now, it doesn't have to mean, like I'm destroying someone's life or anything like that. It just means that you're saying that you want to change, and I feel like, in this change, someone doesn't fit, right? Like, I'm not taking you along with me. Sorry. Why? Well, because their energy is toxic, because their energy and your energy is not coexisting right now. We have the world under that. Interesting. It's almost like it's like the perfect energy for saying, listen, I know we're moving into universal year 8, and I want to create. I want to build a business, or I want to build my finances. With the Empress here, it's a very creative type energy. Though she is receiving epiphanies, those are your guides. Those are your signs. They're there to help you create what it is that you've been wanting to create. Two threes, I see that all the time. Master number 33. I know some of you have that. And by the way, some of you, I feel like, even though I don't have any eights out, do I? I don't see any. Um, I do feel like some of you are in either a life path 8 or a personal year 8. So again, no excuses for wanting to make a good life for yourself. And I just feel like someone no longer belongs. Could be this king. He's the only one that I'm feeling a little bit of aggression from. And, the Five of Swords, that would be that type of energy. Plus, he's mirroring the energy of standing your ground. So, now, let's go ahead and bring in the clarifiers, and let's look at all these people. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot. We're going to give it a couple shuffles. So, it's interesting because I feel like, again, you're cutting ties with someone. This can represent a divorce for sure. But, when justice shows in a reading, what it's really talking about is making you whole again. So whatever it is that you're cutting ties from, it's like it rebalances you. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and look at all these kings. Tower, the Seven of Wands. We have the Six of Swords right over this King of Swords. So, air signs, I don't mean to give you a bad rap here, but I feel like it is this king that the Empress is moving away from. The Five of Swords and now the Six of Swords right over this king. So I do feel like, because this Empress is giving someone a tower. Now, again, it doesn't have to be a big, gigantic, thing. It may just simply mean, you know, I'm just moving on. Moving on. We have the Emperor over the King of Pentacles. Okay, well, now we have the Empress and the Emperor. So I feel like this King of Pentacles is not someone who's leaving. You may not even know this person is even out there yet. For some of you, it's just talking about both sides of yourself. I mean, the Emperor comes out. First of all, card of Aries. But it really is the leader of the people, the Emperor. Oh, we just got sirens. Um, but it really does talking about, someone who I don't feel like this is energy that happens overnight. It's through my experiences that I'm able to then lead to people. Both the Emperor and the Empress are great leaders, but they lead differently. The Emperor is very methodical and the Empress is much more free flowing. But boy, they can really fulfill each other. So kind of love seeing the Emperor and the Empress, even though it's over the King of Pentacles. To me, it may be even some type of collaboration with this King of Pentacles, because he's holding the money. Could even be alone, like the way to begin something for yourself. I'm also wondering if this Emperor and Empress are eventually going to come together in a romantic way, but we'll see. Three swords over the tower. Well, that makes sense. I feel like I'm always giving the King of Swords a bad rap, but I can't help it because he keeps coming out around energy that um, would give him a bad rap. He is the one who's carrying the Five of Swords energy, that toxicity. He is the one that you seem to be leaving, but you're moving towards the Emperor. So to me, it's like definitely soulmate type of energy. Now, doesn't have to be love, but very like-minded. Probably have well, I want to say similar lifestyles, but let me put it this way. I feel like they have similar beliefs. So I feel very good about that. The three swords over the tower simply is telling me why that tower even exists, right? It's just broken my heart. Now, it doesn't mean that, someone cheated on me. It just feels like someone didn't live up to their part. Like all words, no action. And now that I know that, and after I've dedicated so much time to you, I'm done. I'm moving on. And I don't feel like the Empress really has any sadness in her heart. I feel like the Three of Swords it just feels healed. Almost feels like, you know what? Like, look at this 333. Interesting. And what's mirroring the Three of Swords? The Three of Wands, optimistic view. So I don't feel like this Empress is really affected by this Three of Swords anymore. I do feel like she was, but not anymore. It's like she's found her power and nothing's getting in her way now. There's something going on out there. I hear a helicopter now. I don't know what I hear. All right, Three Cups, Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups over Justice. I should be telling you, but they're coming over. And then the Page of Cups right over the Empress. Okay. Three Cups over the Seven of Wands. First of all, I get a feeling that some of you have dealt with someone who was a drinker. And I feel like that caused problems. It definitely caused problems. Another three, by the way. Interesting. Um, I always say I'm going to do this and I forget, but I would look up because we have four threes now and they're all really connected. So that's interesting. But if I remember before I end the reading, I'll look that up to see what that means as an angel message because we're reading through our guides. So, anyways, and then we come down here and we have this King of Cups. This King Cups has a Nine of Cups over him. So I feel a couple different things here. First of all, I feel like this is someone who's single. Um, I feel like this is someone who enjoys their life. Interesting though, because next to it is the Eight of Cups. And, I'm kind of feeling like this King of Swords and this King of Cups are the same person. Because what's coming over justice is the Eight of Cups, and that is the walking away. I mean, this person is literally walking away. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are dealing with someone who is somewhat aggressive, but also, um, you know, I want to say, like, may have problems sharing their love, so to speak, with others. Untrustworthy. Let's just put it that way. And I feel like this Empress over here with the Page of Cups speaks about her inner child, which is really quite beautiful. Um, but I also feel like it's talking about her healing her inner child. So much noise outside. It's crazy. All right, well, let's keep going there. We're not going to let it affect us. What's funny is I was just looking at this Page of Wands down here, and I was saying to myself, maybe this Page of Cups and this Page of Wands are two people who know each other, and maybe they know each other from an earlier time. And then as soon as I was thinking that, this card pops out, which is again the Page of Wands. Now they're looking right at each other. And they're sharing the Empress and the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Cups is right below this Page of Wands. And it's interesting, Sagittarius, because I feel you're the Page of Cups, and I feel this Page of Wands is someone else. Now, I feel this page is you. This Page of Wands, I know that's confusing, but I feel like this is your inner child. I also feel this is your inner child, but this is your inner child healing from previous heartaches. I feel like this inner child is about the freedom seeking, like who you used to be, and you're bringing that back out again. And then I find it interesting because we do have movement. So for some of you, maybe you are moving and maybe you're reconnecting with someone. Again, these pages are looking right at each other like, hey, I know you. I'm like, hey, I know you too. Because they're kind of sharing that Ace of Wands now. While I'm waiting for a card to come out, I feel like I need to have patience. I do want to tell you a quick story. I ordered groceries yesterday from Instacart or whatever you call it, and they brought me someone else's order. But I was doing a reading yesterday from our spirit guides, and it was about like if you've been hurt in love. I'll connect it to the end of this video because this is very, very good, very good. And I'm not just, Yes, I made it, but I feel like really our guides made it. I was just the vessel. But my point being is one of the cards that came out was about the food that you put in, the food that you eat and how that can make you feel and that. And I keep saying to Sam, like, we've got to eat better. We've got to eat better. So I ordered groceries yesterday. Well, I happened to get the wrong order, and the person's order I got was all vegetables and fruits. So I called, I think it's Instacart, and I said, I got the wrong order. Someone else got my order. So they told me, I'm like, what should I do? The person who delivered it, like we were chatting and I'm like, are you going to bring me my order? Like, what's going on? And she ended the chat. So I had no choice but to call. I don't like getting anybody in trouble, but I had no choice because I spent a lot of money I called support and they said, just keep that food and we'll re-deliver your food, like what you ordered tomorrow. And I said, I don't feel right just keeping someone else's food. And then he said, well, they're going to keep yours. But anyways, I thought that was ironic because it was all fruits and vegetables. All fruits and vegetables. I have a feeling God was speaking to me. All right. We have the Seven of Cups. Interesting though, because it did come in reverse. Making a choice. Normally the Seven of Cups can feel chaotic. Sometimes why it's hard to really choose a cup here is because if I haven't cleared past energy, then I'm fearful. I could be fearful that I certainly don't want to pick another cup where I have to throw another tower. I don't want to pick another cup where there's aggression or toxicity. So that's where the confusion can come in. But this is in reverse. So I feel it's kind of clear. I feel like these two pages are reconnecting. Now, I'm not saying they're falling in love, though the Ace of Cups is right there. And look at this, the wheel. You're on a destined path. You're on a destined path, and there's just someone who, you know what I feel like? I feel like they don't deserve to come along on this journey with you. It's like they have no place in this next chapter of your life. Now that is, of course, your personal choice, or your free will decision, however you want to say it. But that's just what I'm feeling for some of you. It's like, you know, I feel like I've given of myself and I've given of myself. And then let's not forget, the Empress doesn't like harden her heart. She stays loving and nurturing. But she may have taken a little bit of time out to, again, allow herself to heal. But then I feel like as maybe I'm in that time out period, that's when these epiphanies start reaching me. And it's like, okay, I want to start going that direction. Or it can also be you thinking about like these old desires that you had, these old dreams that you had. I'm saying old, doesn't mean they went anywhere. It just means they hadn't manifested yet, or you haven't manifested them yet. But here's the wheel. So this is all, I feel like as we move along in this reading, this bottom wheel feels like your destiny. Now, this is probably all your destiny, but I have a feeling someone may have been a free will choice, and that's okay. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. You know what I mean? Let's keep going. Let's follow that. I love the wheels coming right over the Two of Wands. So it's just the beginning of this journey. But, I mean, the Ten of Cups with the Ace of Cups right over it, it feels like it's showing us the potential of the destination of where this journey is going. Now, this is the House of Harmony, and this is love. This is unconditional love. This is probably so different than this. Probably night and day, or night and day. The wheel with the ace also. And I don't feel like this is just a love reading. I want you to understand it. I feel like this is also about you creating something that, again, I feel like maybe for whatever reason, you put it on a back burner. Maybe someone told you, I don't know, like talk down to you or talk bad about your own dreams or you never gave you the opportunity, whatever it may be. But then again, I feel like they're out the door. All right. Whoa, whoa. We have the moon, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. You know, it's interesting the moon's coming over the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. I'm not looking any further than my present moment. However, I'm keeping my options open. It's like in the Three of Wands, I'm saying, I know that, first of all, if I put in the effort, that my dreams will come true. Now, they may look different, you know, because again, these two pages, I don't feel like they expected to see each other. Then they do. So the moon can be uncertainty. However, it's also very dreamy type energy. And then, well, hello, Temperance, divine timing. Divine timing. And that is your major arcana. And it is right over the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. You know, that Ace of Cups wanted to come out with the Ten of Cups. And Temperance right over it. Divine timing. I feel like potentially the end of 2023 is about clearing whatever energy you can clear that is toxic. I feel like a lot of you have already done that, but I feel like prepare yourself for next year. And you don't even have to wait till next year. But for some reason, I'm feeling, well, my mind will be clearer then. You know, there's a lot going on in the month of December. So maybe that's why I keep feeling next year. So anyways, Temperance. What beautiful energy to come out over the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups, guys. I mean, you know, if we go back to here, which I think is your past, for some of you could be your present, but at the same time, I don't feel like I have much, even though the Three of Swords is here, I don't feel the heartache of that. So even if I haven't, like, let's say, completely cut ties, I feel like my heart has kind of moved on. I feel like these two pages who are going to, let's just say, meet along the journey. I don't even know where. Let's just say along the journey, especially with the wheel right here. And Temperance right there. Wow. It just feels very, very natural. If that's the right word. Very natural. Now, for some of you, because the Page of Cups is right there, it could literally be talking about a Pisces or a Cancer. Okay. What do I want to look at? I almost feel like there's not much I need to look at. This reading seems very clear. Let's just take a couple over, I don't know. You know what? Let's just go right across the middle of the reading. We have the Four of Cups. Discontentment, boredom in one's life. However, this person, if you're able to see this, I know some of you just listen, but this person is being handed a cup. It looks like it's from the hand of God. This is an opportunity. The Four of Cups ask you to use your spiritual discernment as it relates to whether you want to accept this cup or not. And I feel like what that means is like our spiritual or our human mind, especially if we've had it rough in love, could be, or in anything, would be, I feel like probably the only reason why I would say no to this cup, because I'm not happy in my life as it is. So why would I not say yes? And then, hello, Nine of Pentacles. So some of you, This is a very independent, not some of you, this is a very independent type energy. The meaning of the card is successful self-employment. You have the Emperor right above it and the Empress right underneath it. I mean, hello. What beautiful energy again for building up your pentacles. I feel like for 2024. Some of you, I feel like you're going to be leaving 2024 like wow. Like what a year. What a year. But I do feel first and foremost it's about finding that independent nature within yourself, which is just a natural part of yourself. But someone may have kind of like shut that down, or you've shut it down because it just didn't fit with that. So I feel like you're accepting that cup. I feel like some of you, you're building a platform, whatever that may mean. I definitely feel like, the eight, let's talk about the Nine of Pentacles. Again, successful self employment, but it's not magic, right? It means I'm willing to put the work in. Some of you may have already put a plan in place. And now here's this ace. It's funny because I saw this King of Pentacles holding this big pentacle, and it's almost like like someone giving you the money or a loan or something, or maybe it's a divorce and you're getting money from that. But I feel like that is going to help also create this Nine of Pentacles. All right, let's keep going though. I love the Nine of Pentacles coming before love because I feel like in that energy, I feel so strong within myself. Like my own foundation feels so strong that I don't have to fear, cups coming towards me or aces of wands coming towards me. I don't need to fear like taking these chances because I'm strong within myself. And when you have a strong foundation, it's very hard for someone else to knock you off that foundation, if at all. Okay, well, let's take what's face up first. That's just one of my rules at the table. Three of Pentacles. Look at the threes. Now we have, I don't even know how many threes. And the Three of Wands. Look at that. First of all, Three of Pentacles connected to the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful energy. This talks about your uniqueness and creating from that. Three of Pentacles talks about you being the missing piece of the puzzle. This is also the energy where I do feel like other people like appreciate what it is you do. Sometimes you don't know it. It can be recognition and rewards. And then the Three of Wands right next to that. Man, it's like you're building a new life. King Cups. And then look at this, the Six of Cups. Okay, so when I was filling those two pages are like, I'm going to say accidentally come across each other like, hey, I don't feel it's an accident. I feel like it was meant to be. And I do feel like it's younger energy moving into today's energy or tomorrow's energy. And I say that because we did have the Page of Cups and now we have the King of Cups. Now, it does not have to be just a water sign. Please understand that. This is someone who comes to the table in this energy with a loving heart. This is someone that appreciates relationships, and I feel like would appreciate you also, or already appreciate you. This feels like someone who can see your unique soul and you see theirs. And then the Six of Cups can definitely talk about of a younger time. So it feels very clear. Clearing of this energy. And listen, that's just life. People are like, oh, some people say, why do I always have to clear? Well, because that's life. We have to close chapters, right? We have to learn to do that, like close the last chapter, let it be the end, right? Extract the wisdom and let the pain go. Yes, take that moment out to heal, but keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Like don't allow someone to like take up space in your mind, in your heart that just doesn't belong there, especially if it's toxic type energy. I do feel like you're the one who has to take these chances, but I feel like the universe is helping you in every step. Like every step of the way, I feel like the universe or divine is helping you. That means signs will be sent. And that's what the Empress is great at picking up signs. Not only is she great at picking up these signs, but then she puts them to use. So I feel like your money looks fantastic. And I feel like after this is done, I feel like even your love life feels like unbelievable. Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, with your major arcana over it, Temperance. What is Temperance's meaning? Her first lesson is patience, right? Patience. Well, maybe these 2 pages, again, I'm saying pages, but again, I feel like it's earlier energy. Them, and maybe I had to leave a certain situation. That's really what I feel like. Like it wouldn't serve me, or divine is saying it wouldn't serve you for me to introduce this Ace of Cups to you when you're still surrounded by this toxic energy. This energy it takes you to walk away from. Like divine's like, I can't make you. I mean, I can help you with towers, but ultimately it has to be your free will. And I feel like that is your free will. Well, then that is the perfect timing. Now, I don't feel like this is overnight. I feel like this is talking about a journey, but ultimately, where does the journey land in the Ten of Cups? The House of Harmony with the Ace of Cups over it, unconditional love. It's like when I do readings like these, because I feel like these 2 pages really don't have any clue that they're about to come on each other's path. So I feel like, maybe you'll get amnesia, so to speak, because again, I feel, if like, I do feel like, you may forget about it. And then all of a sudden it happens, be like, oh my God, I remember that in a reading. What reading was that? December. Remember that. Because I have a feeling you're going to come back and revisit this reading. Or it may serve you to come back and revisit it as you start moving through this energy. What a great reading, Sagittarius. Yes, there's some difficulties, but I feel like you're overcoming them. I feel like you are, you're like you're putting what do I want to say? Like your stake in the ground. You're claiming your life again. You are, you're keeping yourself open to the potential of what can be. Actually, I feel like you're coming back to yourself again. And that's really all that is required, like being you, being who you are. And those who can't appreciate that, well, let them go. Because there are people who are going to appreciate that. And I do feel these 2 pages, like they can see each other's souls. And what I mean by that is they can feel there's something like that. We have something here. There's something special here. Let's start the journey. Let's see where it takes us. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that there, but I am going to read, I'm going to read Inner Authority. Inner Authority. Because I don't bring Archangel Raphael out that much, I feel like when I do, it's usually a reason. All right, inner authority. Archangel Raphael sends this card to encourage you to use your own power and authority in this situation. The healing angel sees that you've been giving your power away to others and ignoring your feelings. It's time to make your own decisions, stand up for yourself, and speak your truth. Raphael will hold your hand throughout this experience, empowering you and giving you courage. You've been confused lately because of differing opinions and advice about what you should do. This card serves as a reminder that you must take the course. I'm sorry, let me reread that. This card serves as a reminder that you must take the course of action that's guided by your inner voice. You truly do know the best path to take, even if it means interacting with intimidating authority figures. In the long run, they'll respect you more for taking charge. Here's the prayer. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desire, and feelings. Can you understand now, like why I wait to read these at the end? I know a lot of people miss this, they don't stick around to the end, but for those who do stick around to the end, I hope that you can see why I wait. I feel like it makes perfect sense, right? It just makes perfect sense. Okay, let's read Mother Mary. And I'm not going to read both of them, praying you understand that. Let's read integrity. Interesting, right next to the inner child. Inner authority, inner child, and now integrity. All eyes, by the way. You drew this card because the situation you're asking about involves someone's integrity. This card comes as guidance to pay attention to your body's signals because you can sense whether someone is being honest. Mother Mary is a wonderful role model of gently and lovingly demanding that others live truthfully. You can do the same with the people in your life. You can also avoid those who aren't acting with integrity. Either way, trust your gut feelings to steer you towards individuals who tell the truth and walk the talk. This card also asks you to tell the truth yourself, even if you're uncomfortable with the possible reaction. Prayer can guide your words, give you courage to speak up, and help create a healthy atmosphere of honest communication. Amen. Because after all, we don't want this anymore. Because there is not honest communication there. The integrity seems to have like slipped away. And I don't mean yours, I mean someone else's. So I get all of this. I hope you do. Again, this may be one of those readings that you revisit because I just feel like when, like, it says that we're meeting someone and it's already on our wheel, but it feels very unexpected. I have a feeling like you're going to kind of forget about it and then boom, it happens. And then I just get a feeling that it's going to remind you of this reading. I don't know if I've ever said that, but I feel that. So, Sagittarius, what a beautiful birthday reading. It really for everyone, not just those celebrating a birthday, but wow, this is powerful. And yeah, it does feel a little life changing, but it's only changing for the better, and then the better, and then even better. To the ultimate. To the ultimate. All right, I'm going to leave it there. As always, I thank you for everything you do for my channel. I wouldn't be here without you. That's that. There's no second guessing that. I know that, and I am eternally grateful for you and all the ways, again, you support the channel. Those or celebrating a birthday, one more time, happy birthday. I hope it's the best birthday of your life. Um, Funny, now I hear a helicopter again. Some strange sounds outside. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see you next time at our table. Bye bye.